Hello, everybody. How are you? Just let me know when you're here by making a comment in the comment section, because we are going to do a meditation tonight that's not just about you dealing with a cyclone. If you're in Southeast, helping people in Southeast Queensland if you're not in the area. What we're going to do is attempt a Northern American Indian ceremony in which we steer the cyclone. North American Indians have a tradition where their shaman, for want of a better word, would step out of fear and would start to steer these cyclones or tornadoes away from inhabited areas. Now, what happens when there is a disaster and the media starts blowing up this disaster consciousness is that people get very scared, going to panic buying, all those sorts of things, which we are seeing happening. But they also start to create a force of attraction that draws the storm towards them. So what we're going to do is actually do a meditation where we step outside of that fear, and then we start to actually turn this cyclone away, and we're going to turn it away from people, taking it back out to sea where it will not hurt anybody and it can be safe. Now, for our friends overseas who don't understand what's going on here in Australia right now, where I live is in Southeast Queensland, right? It's the most easterly part of Australia if you have a look at a map. We often do get affected by savage storms because we are so far east, and occasionally we get cyclones. I've lived in this area for a very long time, and it's been 50 years since we've had a cyclone about to pass directly over the top of us. But in that time, the population of this area has grown so large. And less than 12 months ago, about 12 months ago, we had horrendous tornadoes, which were actually called downbursts, right, because of the solar flares. And again, we've had massive solar flares, and I've been warning people about what would happen with the solar flares at this point. People who come along to my stuff regularly, I've been telling you about things where you would need water, where you would need tin food in your cupboard. If you haven't, like the storm, the main part of the storm, and it's a category 2 at this stage, if it's going to go overhead, it will rip off a few roofs and throw around a bit of garden furniture. So stay inside your house. Go to your bathroom, fill up your bathtub with water, because what happens when there's severe flooding is that the fresh water infiltrates the sewage systems and it gets mixed up. So quite often our councils will switch off the water and the electricity goes out. So you need candles, you need alternative power sources. Now, this storm is not supposed to come across until either late tonight or Thursday night. We're not sure, because as with cyclones, they speed up and they slow down, they speed up and then they slow down, and they change direction. They are, if you can imagine a twister, if you're in the United States and you understand what a twister is, multiply that by 1,000 and you get a cyclone. They are formed by winds swirling at sea. When you get a low depression that meets some very warm waters, and we get the winds start to swirl and they pick up speed and they fuel themselves on. But the other thing is, there are circumstances where they blow themselves out. And we do have these circumstances at the moment. We have very, very high upper winds that are actually blowing all the cloud away from the eye of the storm and blowing it south, which means that our beautiful loved ones down south, as far as Grafton, Coffs Harbour, are starting to get really heavy rain and flooding down there. Poor Lismore, our thoughts are with you. You've only just recovered, if that, from the last flood, but it's heading your way. So what we need to do is take this storm that's in this disaster area, and we're going to use this meditation the shamanic meditation to steer the storm away, right? It is a larger storm than a twister, so our collective group consciousness will help. If we can get 1 in 100 people, then we will be able to steer this storm. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of people on the chat at this stage. Now, my group wanted to very much have this today, so just let me check in with my group to make sure that the group, the people are here. If I can see that I've got 4 people in the chat. I've got 1 thumbs up. So just, you'll see at the bottom of the live, you can actually comment. If you comment, I can see your comments and I know you're there. So that's the way that you can talk back to me. So if you make a comment, say something, then I know that you're there. And we won't take long to do this meditation. I want to make sure that you are there. So just let me go into my group and the people that, I've got 3 or 4 people saying thumbs up. Now, it is a panicked situation here at the moment. So the government has just closed down all of the shops for 2 days because the heavy rains are about to start very soon. And unless we can steer the cyclone away, it will hit sometime either really, really late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. So I'm on the YouTube live. I'm just not signed in to YouTube. Leah, sign in, quick. Can you, as long as you can see me, that's good. If you can sign in, you'll be able to comment. Okay. So let's get back to the live and the live stream. All right. Yes. So Richard, g'day, Richard. How are you? Hopefully, Sarah, you're there, and Jules were saying that they were going to come in as well. So I've got people coming in and going. All right, so let's start this meditation. What I'm going to do is go and get my powerful shaman's drum. If you have a drum there, you can drum along with me. What the drumming does is it actually alters your consciousness, takes you out of that fear and out of that disaster. And we're going to clearly visualize this moving back out to sea. Now, most people have done meditations where you cloudburst. In other words, where you see clouds in the sky and then you meditate on them to break up those clouds and dissipate them. This is exactly the same, just a bit more intense and a bit longer. Ooh, we've got people trying to make comments. There's weird sounds coming in. So I know people are coming in and going out. All right, so what I'm going to suggest is if you have a drum, especially if it's a magical drum, one that you've made yourself, somebody has given you a shaman's drum, go and grab it. If you've just got any drum laying around the house, you can drum along with us. If not, you can actually hum and clap, right? Remember the Native American Indians, when they do their singing, right? And Australian Indigenous, when they sing something, they clap, they keep time, and they make the rhythmic chant. So we're going to chant, we're going to focus, and we're going to drum. So if you've got a drum, fantastic. If not, get ready to clap. I'm just going to grab my shaman's drum. I won't be a second. All right, so for those of you who have joined in that don't understand what's going on here, we have just sold our house. We've already started packing because we had to have the house all put in order for the sale. So I have my very large drum here. I don't know if you can see this, but what would happen in South American cultures is everybody would stand, or North American cultures, everybody would stand around the drum and they would drum. Boom. So we're going to do that. Now, the meditation that we are going to use is going to be a very simple repetition of simply steering it away. Now, it's coming towards the coast of Australia. One second, I just need to find. Yep. All right, so it's coming towards the coast of Australia, which is west of where it is. So we want it to go east. So we're going to go move east, move away. Take your force for another day. Move east, move away. Take your force another day. All right? So it is a chant that will honor the force of the cyclone. Cyclones are very strong. And before anybody says anything about the way I look, I've just been running around. I've been checking on all my neighbours, making sure they're all okay. And that if anything happens, they know that they can come here, because we've got some elderly neighbours, we've got some neighbours next door with children, and they're panicked. And so the best thing you can do if you're in this situation is make sure everybody calms down. Know that we can deal with this no matter what happens. So, first of all, right, so those who are going to join in on the meditation with me, what I want you to do is to get really calm. We're going to do some deep breaths. And what we're going to do is visualize this force within us. This, first of all, the force of our fear. Calming down with our deep, slow breaths. We're going to bring this down, and we're going to calm it right down. Knowing that we and all of our loved ones will be safe. Knowing that we will have stories to tell our children and our grandchildren. Right. So we are bringing this down. Now what I want you to do is put your hands together and feel a spinning and rotating force between your hands, like a little mini cyclone of energy. And you can actually feel the hands pushing each other away. The more that you roll this ball around, the bigger and the stronger it becomes. And you can feel this force within your hands. Now we know, people who do spiritual practice know that everything is all joined together, that all energy is intelligent, and that the strongest will be able to guide that energy and that intelligence. The strongest will, the will that can create this ball of energy between our hands, is exactly the same as the will that creates the forces of the winds to blow and move. So what I want you to do is move this ball of energy around. Feel it move according to your will in your hands. Now I want you to realize that this little ball of energy is a microcosm of the biggest ball of energy that's off the coast blowing around. You can feel the force, feel the whole force of the cyclone right inside your hands. Know that this is your energy. Know that you are not adding to it with your fear, but you are going to calm it down. Blow upon your top hand. Those prevailing upper strong winds, taking the energy of the winds away from where you are. Feel it blowing out the force of the cyclone. Sure, there is rain to come, but there doesn't need to be destructive wind. Feel yourself moving in harmony with those cycles of nature. Feel yourself in control of this cycle of nature as it moves within the ball that is between your hands. And as you sway, it sways. And it comes no closer to the coast. It just moves backwards and forwards. Now feel yourself within that cyclone. You're in the eye where it is calm. And as you move the mini cyclone in your hands and sway backwards and forwards, the big cyclone starts to dance with you and sway with you. Right? And you admire it as a dance partner, as a force of nature. You admire its power. Right? It's not your will against its will. It is your wills together. It wants what you want. Its life is short, much, much shorter than yours. So it has one furious, joyful dance to dance. And what you're going to say is, come with me. Come out to sea. And we're going to keep taking it away from the coast, away from the southeast coast, steering it away. Feel it moving away as you blow those upper winds that allows the furiosity to die, that allows it to spin itself out in a joyful moment out at sea. Feel yourself within that center of the cyclone. And if you have your drum, if you have your stick, or if you're just going to beat on your drum with your hands, start the rhythm. And the rhythm is the sway of the cyclone in one spot. And the rhythm is the cyclone that spins within your heart, that pumps your butt through your body. And we're going to invite, with that rhythm, the cyclone to follow and go out to sea, to expend its life and its energy in its joyful, furious dance, where it will not harm any. Come closer to me, but move away. Let me feel your force. Let me dance your dance. Come with me out to sea. Feel the force within my hands. It is your force. Come with me. Back away from the East Coast. Come out to the sea and play. Come out to the sea and play. Come out to the deep sea and play. Come out to the deep sea and play. Spend your force another day. From the coast of Australia, turn away and move away. Move away. Spend your force for another day out at sea. Let us play. Let us play in the deep, in the sea, in the blue sea, swirling, swirling. Come with me, dance with me, out to sea, out to sea. Expend your force another day. From the coast, turn away, out to sea, deep blue sea. Let us go, let us play, out to sea. Let us sway, let us stay, Out to sea. Let us play. Let us stay. Sway. Move. Out to sea. Let us play. See the cyclone as if it has oars of a ship, rowing it out to sea. See the cyclone as if it is a monstrous child, wanting to play and live its life all at once. But let it be out at sea. Let it play where it can stay. Out at sea. Let it be. Let your chant reflect the confidence that you know is going to move out to sea. Blow again. Those upper winds, taking the fury away. When the fury is gone, all there will be is tears for the life of the cyclone that is spent. Slowing it down, letting it spin, but taking it away. Moving it further out to sea, taking it away. Take it away. Let it go out to sea. There to play, much more fun. Dance with the waves, dance with the sea, and then you can dance with me. Bring that energy down, ground it down. Actually touch the ground. Know that we are slowing down that furious force, that heartbeat. Knowing that we can steer it away. Don't let the fears of so many people draw it back. Let the joy of it playing at sea take it to where it will be happy. And that's how. It's not will against will. It's an invite. It is a joy. It is a play. The most powerful force, the whole thing of life, is about joy. And the cyclone will follow that joy, or it will follow the fear. Tell as many people as you can to not be afraid. Gold Coast has been through cyclones before. We're fine. In fact, we don't need to go through this one. It can blow out. It can blow away. It can turn back out to sea. It can change direction. Feel that joy. If you can feel that energy spinning within your palms, at any time if you feel fear come up, bring it down, go back to that energy between your palms of your hands and send it out to sea. Just like Tai Chi. This is what Tai Chi does. Being in the water, working with it, take it out to sea. Out to sea and away. Out to sea and away. Now this is a short meditation, but it is a powerful meditation. If you are caught in that fear, slow yourself down. Do this meditation again. If you wake up in the middle of the night and the winds are howling, let's take this away. We don't need this. What we need is joy. What we need is to recognize the power and the joy of the cyclone as it goes out to sea. You know I adore each and every one of you, and I want you all to be safe. But more than that, I want you to be free of fear. And I want you to be joyful. And I want you to know that you have so, so much power. And then when we work together with our power, all things are possible. Don't doubt. Don't have fear. You're safe. You've got more than enough. You've got the whole universe. Everything cooperates with you to make sure that you're alive now. So of course it's going to cooperate with you to make sure that you stay alive, that you have a good life. I wish you every blessing in the future. Know that I'm here for you. I know I've been busy selling my house. And yes, I have been doing a stunt course. Yeah. So I've been very busy. So the Wednesday night that was supposed to be last week did get rescheduled to tonight. And we're having it on video. Next Wednesday it won't be possible. So if you're wanting the meetup next Wednesday night, that's our stunt course, what they call the fireworks night. We will be doing our explosions and human torches and things like that. So if you want to see that, you can come along and join me while I do that. A lot of people know I get a lot of work in the movies, and this is just something I'm doing to get a little bit more work in the movies. But I live the life that I really want. I enjoy my life. Do you? Do you want to enjoy your life over the next few days and raise yourself above this fear? Take control of that energy. Steer it to where it needs to be. And as you do that, visualize the life that you do want for yourself. You are an immensely powerful creature who is loved, so loved by me and by the whole universe. Every blessing to each and every one of you who have tuned in tonight. And you will be safe.